What's happening, everybody? I hope you're doing good. Beautiful day, brand new year, but things keep piling up. We need to talk. Okay, please come together. We need to talk. We all know what's happening in Israel, what has been happening for a couple of weeks now, maybe months.
אנחנו במלחמה, לא במבצע, לא בסבבים, במלחמה.
Where people of Palestine in Gaza have been subjected to some of the most atrocious things after Hamas did atrocious things in Israel. And it's very sad what's happening right now in Israel.
And Mohammed al-Sawafiri, a neighbor, can't unsee children with legs blown off and the bodies he helped carry.
Now, what's interesting to know here is, apparently, allegedly, there is an agreement being made, okay, under our watch, under nobody's attention.
Israel is engaged in discussions with Congo about potentially accepting individuals from the Gaza Strip.
Okay, an agreement is being made to send Palestinians from Gaza to the Congo. Thank you very much for being part of this. You're very much appreciated. You know that. My name is Zack. I don't know who you are, but I'm sure we're going to like each other. If this is your first time, please feel free to join us. There is a button, I believe, called subscribe. Click on the button so we can see each other every day. I see you from all over the place: South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Kenya, Uganda, all over the world, Jamaica, USA, UK. I see you and I respect you, okay? Thank you for coming together. We want family. We need to talk. So Israel has been reacting to Gaza based on what Hamas is a force group of Palestinians. If you don't know the story of Israel and Palestine, I suggest you do some research about it so you can understand where they go from. But coming from after the World War II, many people came into what we call Israel today from Europe. They came and met some other people that were staying there. History says it goes up to many years. But let's start from World War II. Many people came from Europe and many other places and came to stay in Israel. They found people there, but then they didn't like each other. The people that were found were not liked very much. And the reality of today is those people live in Gaza. The people that were found, they are pushed into a corner. They've been fighting each other for whichever reason, whoever, yeah. But the baseline here is this. Israel is pushing people of Palestine in the corners of Gaza, like almost out of their homes completely. And now they're suggesting that those people go to Africa. They go live in Congo. Is that okay for you? Are you okay with that? My question is this. I mean, as human beings, we completely understand that it is necessary that we help people that are going through trouble, people that are going through very complicated situation, people that are fearing for their lives, okay? I think it's a human thing to do. But suggesting that they go to the Congo, I don't know if you know about the Congo. Here's a map of the Congo. The Congo is a very interesting country, okay? It's probably the richest country in the world in terms of underground minerals. They have diamonds, cobalt, lithium, manganese, coltan. Everything you can think about is in the Congo. Everything you need for technology today, to run electric cars, to run rockets into space, to run missiles, everything is in the Congo. Congo's got everything, diamond, gold, you name it. They have it, but it's still one of the poorest countries in the world.
We're working very hard and digging very far to take this out, but we're getting almost nothing for it. The conditions are dangerous, but we're not paid for our level of sacrifice under the ground.
Why? Because the country is riddled with wars and illegal human beings, some of the most ruthless army group you can imagine, you can think about. Why are these army group in the Congo? Because big companies, I'm going to tell you the truth, big companies, these are things that many experts believe. Big companies in the world, I mean companies that produce cell phones, computers, they need minerals from the Congo. Big companies need to access these minerals. And in order for them to access these minerals, It's either they're going to do it officially, meaning going through the government, having a decent discussion with the government. And we're doing a discussion with the government. It means you're going to come mine into our country and pay us according to the market price, which is expensive for the company. Or just sponsor some people within the country to create mayhem with weapons and make that area ungovernable so that we can fly in with our aeroplanes, yes, and come get the mines at a very reduced price, provided we give money to those people in that area of the Congo. Are we together? There are two ways to do it. You're either going to come into the Congo looking for lithium for your batteries, for your cell phone, for the batteries, for the electric cars, for whatever your satellite. You're either going to come to the Congo openly, see the government, have a decent discussion with the government, and also by doing that, you're going to have to pay tax. Fees, which are enormous. Or you're going to create mayhem, through your big government. You know which one we're talking about. You're going to create mayhem. You're going to go speak to some people right there. Say, listen, we're going to give you $100 million to start a war here. We're going to finance you. We're going to arm you. But the ground that you take over, we can exploit the minerals.
C'est les Chinois qui fait la loi parce qu'il a trouvé notre pays qui est foutu. Ubebe tena na momakuta unakata porque hautasema ukiseme banakupika.
That's the reality of the Congo for the past 30 years. Okay? Congo itself has been sanctioned in terms of weapons. They cannot buy weapons to fight their own enemies. Can I repeat that? The country Congo has been sanctioned to not buy any weapons by Western countries. They've sanctioned Congo not to buy any weapons, even though they needed to fight all these infiltrators, all these rebels, all these people that are criminals. Why would you sanction a country and prevent them from defending themselves against evil? Unless you're involved with the evil. That's what's happening right now in the Congo. Now, even though the people of the Congo have suffered for so many years, going through difficulty, they're unable to develop, even though they've been blessed with so much goodness, so much wealth. They cannot profit from it. They cannot live appropriately. A lot of majority of the people live under the line of poverty. They can barely have a meal a day. You still want to bring Palestinians from Gaza to the Congo? What is the final objective? What is the goal? I'm asking myself. Because, let's face it, we are human beings. This is exactly what happened between Shaka Zulu and the British when they came to Africa. He asked them, what do you want? They said, we want to live next to you. We want to create a community together. Your community and our community. Shaka said, do you want your... So how is this going to be? How is this community going to be? Is it going to be Zulus, England, Zulus, England, in terms of villages? Or are we all going to stay together? The British men say, no, we're going to have Zulus on this side and England on this side. Zulus on this side and England on this side. Then Shaka said to him, and what if years down the line, okay, your children, the children of your children are born here and they get to love this country, but we cannot understand each other. How are we going to run this country? Is it going to be war? And he had a point. And that is very, very interesting. The point is, even though we feel for our Palestinian brothers who are going through a very difficult time, can we say that we have the same mentality? Can we say that we as Africans and them have the same way of seeing life? I don't know if we can say that. Can we collaborate? Can we cohabitate? Can we live together as Africans and them? I don't know if that's possible. Because what we respect, what we see as tradition in our countries is not necessarily acceptable in Gaza or in Palestine or in Israel or any other country for that matter. And what they see as normal, as tradition, will not necessarily be okay with the local people. And my question is this. Israel has some of the, most interesting laws of immigration in the world. It's not easy to immigrate in Israel as a foreign nation. It's not easy. They don't want you there. There's a law, 1952 law on entry into Israel that says, according to the law in 1952, entry into Israel, those apprehended within Israel without a valid visa are subject to detention for up to 60 days, with the detention reviewed by the immigration. Then they say, detention beyond 60-day period is permitted under the law if release will harm public health or order or security of the state. So detention is allowed over 60 days. Initially, they said if you come into Israel illegally, if you come into Israel without a visa, you're going to be detained for 60 days. But they can detain you over 60 days if they deem that you could be harming public health. So you could be having a disease, or if you could be a danger into society, into order and security. Now, that opens a big door. You detain somebody for 60 days. It's very easy to say, okay, well, we haven't tested your blood yet to be okay with you being into the public, so we're not 100% sure. Or we're still waiting for your result, right? Or maybe your type, we're not 100% sure on how you're going to behave, so as a precaution, we're going to keep you into detention. Yes, they have detention centers for immigrants because the country that is their right to choose to keep their country within themselves. It's absolutely their right not to let anybody in. But shouldn't it be the right of Africans to also choose, if this story is 100% true, to choose who comes in and who doesn't come in? And I don't know if the Congolese government is really, I don't know. Everybody, all big platforms are talking about this, and it looks like it's an information that's supposed to be secret between either Israel and the Congolese government, which I personally find very irresponsible to have such measures, to accept such thing without necessarily consulting with the people of the Congo. Because think about all the trouble these people are going through. Come to add more situation. Not to say that Palestinians are trouble. I'm just saying that aren't there many things to be resolved first in the Congo before you bring in more stuff that will create eventually more issues in the future? I don't know. Again, they want to send Palestinians in the Congo. They are talking about it with the government. And obviously, I know this is not going to be for free. It's going to be for money because Israel has done it with Rwanda in the past. Yes. African people that went to Israel at some point were being deported because Israel had made an agreement with Rwanda that if you guys, take some of these Africans, we're going to pay you such and such amount of money. That's how it looks like people operate in these corners. So is the Congolese government ready to take money to bring in Palestinians, to free Israel from Palestinians and to bring, because obviously it looks like Congolese people are happy to have everybody. I don't know if the Congolese people, normal human being, everyday people wants to have Palestinians as neighbors. Nothing wrong with Palestinians, but I'm sure as much as some countries have the right to keep their own country within their culture, shouldn't it be the same right for everybody else? Thank you very much, friends. Always a great pleasure. Let me know how you feel about this. God bless.